We have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a team from the American, the Army Black Knights, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Gators about to kick it away and get this season started. Fielded in the end zone. It's Benson. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So the Army Black Knights offense will have first crack at this one. You know, that connection between quarterback and wide receiver, Jesse, takes some time, and we'll see how quickly these two guys get on the same page.
Yeah, the chemistry between he and the quarterback, I think, is what everybody's going to be looking for early in this game, because David, obviously, having transferred in, he hasn't had a lot of time in this offense. This is his first game. It's the first time doing it with bullets flying live, so he's got a lot of talent, he's got speed, but what does that chemistry look like with the guy throwing him the football? That's what I want to see.
Well, and the good thing is you've got tape and you've seen he's done it in college level. Like, you already know what he is. Now it's about taking that, using his strengths. How do you use him in this offense early on in the season to really take advantage of his talents?
The option look. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And the Black Knights line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Nestles it in at the 35. He's got great speed. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. So Florida's offense will have its first possession of the game. And here comes, for the first time as a starter, this talented freshman. And Jesse, it seems like quarterbacks mature quicker and quicker these days, and they're ready to grab the reins.
Yeah, you're seeing it more and more, and there's more high school quarterbacks now ready to take the next step and compete and perform in college football. But listen, I started as a true freshman back at Florida. I guarantee you he has so much nervous energy going right now because he has never played in an environment like this, and he has never played against competition like this either.
No, it's crazy, and that was 1920. So imagine now with all the technology, how much he's feeling the nerves. Obviously, all the eyeballs in the stadium is on him. Everybody knows what he's capable of, but he's going to be the first guy to touch the football. It's going to revolve around him, and that's a lot to ask of a freshman.
And the pass is incomplete here on third down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. It's third down, and they've got to get it to the 33. From the gun, wants to pass. Hauls it in. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
Had they not picked up that first down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? Kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying a long field goal? Are you going for it on fourth down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
Oh, he's got some space. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking for a chunk play on second and short. Hard in the backfield. It's Daniels. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. New center down's right on the doorstep for this. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Gator! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. And the extra point makes it 7-0.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Rushes on him. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
Well, this quarterback's already taken a couple shots from the pocket. There's another one right there that affected his accuracy on that throw.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense to pressure the quarterback.
On third down, going up top. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. To the air on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Daniels. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on first down. Now he's going to break the pocket. Oh, better look out. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
The give to the back. Shakes off the defender. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
A first down run in the red zone. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida!
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Big fullback's got it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you don't always see tosses into the boundary. Most people want to go to the wide side of the field. Defense was ready. Not as much space when you go wide out there, but more importantly, the defense doing a great job winning, setting the edge, running to the football, shutting the toss down.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. He'll ride his man on the option. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
He stopped right at the 31-yard line. That's not enough for a first down. It'll be fourth. The Black Knights will punt this one away. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He'll get rid of it. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back. No one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. But what's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year, and they get a chance to start strong here in week one.
The Gators come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. He's looking deep. Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be third down. After the incompletion on second down, it's 3rd and inches. Quarterback may change this route. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Got it in the middle. It's Wilson. Just what they've hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. With all those receivers in the game, you might think they were getting ready to try to take a big shot. Instead, just officially moving the chains.
Yeah, you got all that speed. It scares the mess out of me. I might give you...
Breaks into the open. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front seven, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Got his man. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And this one is perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Rides the back on the option to give. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Black Knights send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Guys, let's chat about Florida. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's
Turning it on! He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. And the Gators come to the line in the hurry-up. Gets it out fast. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Touchdown, Gator! Excellent pass by the back on the option. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
This game is going perfect for the defense right now. They haven't been on the field that much. The offense hasn't had that many possessions. Here we are at the end of the first half. They're still pitching a shutout, and they're ready for this quarterback to take shots. They're sensing the frustration, and that time in perfect position, forcing that incompletion.
The Black Knights will punt it away on 4th down. They'll look to pin them deep. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They'll start this drive going to the air. Caught behind the line. It's Daniels. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Looking to fire. Makes the grab. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're...
He's got it on the outside. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Florida!
Man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
Out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, you've been calling a magnificent game there in Gainesville so far. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double-team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this 2nd half. And with that, let's send it back to our men in the swamp.
Coming out with it, it's Abrams. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. They'll start this 3rd quarter with a run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
We'll send the tight end in motion. Off play action. Throws to the wideout. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. Motion from the wideout. The give from the gun. He works his way to the 21-yard line. Not enough to pick up the 1st down. The Gators will send out the punt unit. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. They'll send the back in motion. They'll run the option. The pitch. There he goes. The 20. Inside. Touchdown, Black Knights. Great job by the back on the option.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game 1. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Liberty is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Sparky isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 10 over the group.
Touchdown, Gator! Stealing a score on special teams. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I had. They clearly found that dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
You know, when you're handing off to your fullback, oftentimes these guys need some space to work so they can build up a head of steam and get the speed going, but that guy didn't have anywhere to go on that one.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. And the Black Knights will bring the punt team onto the field. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Got a man, it's Daniels. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Unloads quickly. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up and try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
He gets it across the 40 and out of bounds at the 38.
A lot of smiles right now in this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Pocket breaking down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Tight end now in motion. Gonna look downfield again. Over the middle, it's Jackson. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. The Gators have it with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. He got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
In football, you hear the term quick or don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
The defense has been up to the task so far. Now it's third and goal from the 3. Grabbed behind the line. It's Brown. And they get him, and they'll lose yardage on that completion. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. And this one splits the uprights. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. On the option. Now the pitch. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see the option, and they didn't know exactly how it was going to look specifically. They've seen it a few times early in this game. They've given up some yards, but it looks like they're clamping down on it now, guys, and we know they've got speed.
Breaks into the open. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
The option becomes assignment football. I got the quarterback. I got the pitch man, I got the dive. It's really, really hard, and it stresses these defenses to really play assignment football.
And if you get it blocked correctly, the defense really can't be run.
Well, and if you think about it, the quarterback's basically blocking the end man on the line of scrimmage. He runs towards him, makes him come at him to kind of hit him, and it's his way of blocking it. Now I pitch it, get the ball in the perimeter, and I got that guy taken care of.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. So the final period starts with a second down play. Scanning the field is Carney. Under fire. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
That is what I'm talking about. Every defensive players want those opportunities. Quarterbacks slide so much. When you can get a big hit on them, that's exactly what you want to do. Make him feel that now so it hurts later in the game.
They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal.
Defenses are put in such a tough spot when offenses get in third and short because the whole playbook is open, and they go with the pass. I love it. They sneak the pass in there. Nice success. Great job by the quarterback.
And he gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. First down, goal-to-go situation, you cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Perfect execution by this defense. They played pass, sat back, looked at the quarterback, took everything away, and even better, good pass rush, finishes it, now put him in a predictable third and long situation.
And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright, and you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
A fourth-quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do. Fires deep toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And that decision will be questioned for a while. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. He'll take a deep shot here. Snags it down the right side. Hits a seam wide open. Run out of bounds just before he can get it into the end zone, and now they're set up first and goal. The huge play got him on the porch, but now they got to kick in the door. A first down run on the doorstep. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida.
And add it on again. This offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football-type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Goes to the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, that time on third down, they're trying to see if they can catch the defense napping. They go with the option play, but a great job by the defense being alert, being aware, anticipating it may come. Nothing there. They forced a negative play, now setting up fourth down.
He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. The give as they work on that clock. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Man, this is a punch to the gut, but you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this team.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Now facing a 3rd and long. He wants to throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Daniels. Turning it on. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. And the Gators pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. They'll give it to him again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
On the move, it's McGowan. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
We've waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.